Hello and welcome to a Flowcat stream. Hello, hello, welcome. So yesterday I put together some furniture. That lamp is a little bright. Because it doesn't have the shades on it. I need to get dimmer bulbs for it. But my head luckily blocks it for now. So that is not a big problem. Do I have like a lint on my eyelid? What was that? Oh well. Anyway, hello and welcome. I hope everyone's having a great day. I'm having a day. I slept too long. I've been having trouble with sleep lately. I'm like a natural sort of night owl person where I don't get tired till really late. Like I have to stay up real late, and then like naturally I just sleep longer. And then also I have complex PTSD, so I have nightmares. Like 80% of my dreams are nightmares. It's more common for me to have a nightmare than a normal dream. So I wake up a lot, I toss and turn a lot, and I sweat a lot. I don't get like a lot of good rest when I sleep. So I often end up sleeping longer than what like a normal person would sleep, because I'm not getting, you know, if I sleep for 8 hours, I maybe only get like 5 hours of actual quality sleep, because I'm not hitting deep sleep as easily as other people are. Anyway. So yeah, but like the past few days I've been struggling with sleep a bit, and it's been rough, but it's okay. I'm here, I'm alive. I just feel like today, for instance, I woke up like an hour and a half ago. So I was in bed for like 12 hours, which makes me feel like crap. Makes me feel horrible. It's like, why did makes me feel like I wasted, like I felt like I needed it, right? But at the same time, it made me feel like I wasted my entire day, and I feel bad. So it is what it is. Really, I just got to try to move on, and you know, whatever. But I did see, so we have now a Final Fantasy category in my Discord channel. So if you play Final Fantasy 14 and you want to have, you know, friendly community to hang out with, well, ain't that a thing? Oh, also Twitch. Let me get my Twitch chat popped out here. There's really like no one here. There's like maybe a couple people here right now, so we're just vibing. All right. Okay. All right. I ordered my standing desk, my sitting standing desk. That will be here next week, as well as my chair. Pretty much the only other piece of furniture I need is my chair, and also I'm going to paint that shelf, but I just don't feel like it. That cube, I'm gonna put some cushions on it, so it'll be like a nice little comfy bench, and then I'll have a comfy chair, and I think it'll bring the room together. Got a comfy rug, coffee table, you know, kind of bring the room together. Be kind of nice. I have something cool that I'm gonna put up in the room, but I'm not gonna have it until October. So yeah, but yeah, I'll start like putting up some more decorative stuff soon. Like I want to put up some. I need to get a frame for that Kazuha print. I've said that like a million times, and I always forget. But like, I just need to do it. It's just one of those things that I say it, and then it leaves my brain until the next time I say it. Freddy, what do you want, buddy? He's being so needy. He's like, you need to give me the love. You need to give me the attention. Look at him. Goober. I just got to do this for a few minutes, or else he's never going to leave me alone. This is our little affection routine. I give him scritches and he just licks me. And then eventually he gets enough scritches and he does enough licking. And he also does that where he's not biting me, he's just doing like I don't know. He makes a goofy sound when he does it though. He goes like it's weird. Isn't that right, Freddy? Goofy boy. Oh god, I love that. Oh my god, I see what you want. You're shedding, buddy. You're shedding so much. Holy crap. No wonder you wanted some scritches. You gonna show your butt? Oh god, dude, you have a gross butt. Let's just not show that to stream. Go clean your butt. Get out of here, Fred. Go clean that dirty butt of yours. All right. Well, that was certainly something. There's nobody here. That's okay. We'll just hang out for a little bit. Maybe people will show up. Maybe they won't. That's you know, who knows? Who knows? You're here? Oh, welcome, Prime. Happy to have you. It says I have one viewer on YouTube, so I think that's you. Playing Final Fantasy 14 while listening. Nice. Yeah, we're gonna jump into it here in a few. I kind of made the lobby I made the lobby like right before I started streaming, and what I've noticed is that if I make a lobby and start streaming like immediately after, a lot of the times people don't pop in for like 20-30 minutes or so because, you know, I didn't give anyone any notice or advanced warning or anything. But yeah, we'll see if people start popping in here in a little bit. We're just gonna have, I mean, it's gonna be a chill Sunday stream, you know, it's gonna be a chill stream. That's just what it's gonna be today. That's what it's gonna be. But yeah. Trying to get my brain to turn on a little more. Your Clee looks like an elf right now because you have a red shirt, green pants. That's hilarious. You should post a screenshot of what your character looks like. I want to see how much you made it look like Clee. I'm interested. I'm interested. Oh boy. My back is like killing me. I cannot wait until I get that sitting standing desk. It's gonna be amazing. It's gonna be so good. Because right now the desk that I have is terrible. It's at like it's an awful height. Like I have to lean down to like reach my keyboard. And so every night when I get done gaming, my back is just like killing me. And my shoulders are rolled forward. Oh. And so it's bad. And once I get the sitting standing desk, one of the nice things about it is even when I'm sitting, I can adjust the desk to like whatever height I want. So I don't have to worry about it being a crappy height. And then whenever I want to stand up, I can stand up. I've never had a standing desk. I'm super excited about that. That's gonna help a lot. I don't like sitting down for long periods of time. Fred, dude, you're being crazy today. He's being so needy, like insanely needy. He's just walking around begging me for stuffs. Oh, I threw laundry in before stream. I don't know how much longer it has. It probably has like another 20 minutes or so. So I will at some point have to flip my laundry. That is something I will have to run and go do, but that shouldn't be a big problem. I'll probably just wait until I need more water and then I'll go check it. Now Freddy's playing with a toy. He's got a little ball. He's so cute. He like throws it himself and then he chases after it. It's adorable. I can't. So cute. Hey, Axolotl. We're just watching Freddy play. He's bringing the entertainment today while my brain is, Oh my god, I haven't had any caffeine today. Yeah, what class did you pick? I'm assuming you picked a magic class, probably. Yeah, I need to probably go grab caffeine. I think that's why I feel so tired. I just forgot to drink caffeine. Freddy's being such a goober. Okay, well, yeah, I'm gonna go grab caffeine. I'll be right back. Okay, I'm back. Thaumaturge? Yeah. I'm pretty sure that's like, that's the thing. Because the name of the class that you start with is not the name of like the specialization that you'll have later on. Like the base class for Bard is Archer. Okay, Twitch chat up. I got some caffeine. So I'm excited about that. Caffeine's delicious. Also, my laundry was done. Like as soon as I went upstairs, the laundry was done. So I went ahead and flipped that. Fantastic. Wonderful goodness. Yeah. Let me look. I didn't see your screenshots. I'm gonna go check those real quick. You're clean. Nice. Beach potato? Oh. That's funny. I like how all the screenshots people have posted in the Final Fantasy section are Lalafels. They're all Lalafels. Like, everyone just thinks they're so adorable. That's funny. Well, how you doing today, Axolotl? What's up with you? How you doing? Have you played Remnant 2? Have you had a chance yet? I know that you're a bit busier, so you might not have had a chance yet. But oh my god, that game is so good. Hello, first time catching live, enjoying your Final Fantasy 14 playthrough. I also play Genshin on site. Oh, nice. Welcome, Rev. Nice to have you. You looking forward to Fontaine? I'm pretty excited for it, although I'm like super overwhelmed with gaming right now. There's so many, there like so many games right now, and it's too much. Too many game. But yeah, no, I'm super excited for Fontaine. It looks gorgeous, and the music is lovely. I just made it through the tutorial and got to the first world. Ooh, nice. True, same. Yeah, but welcome. I'm glad you're enjoying my playthrough. Just made it through the tutorial. Do you know what world you got, Axolotl? For your first world? I don't know all of them yet. So I actually kind of have no idea if you might be on one that I haven't seen. I don't know how many worlds there are in the base game, but I've been so surprised. Like, I didn't play the original Remnant, and now I'm like low-key upset at myself for missing that game, because people that follow my channel know that I love a game with a good lore and good world building. To me, that's one of the top things for me. Like, if a game has a world that you feel invested in or immersed in, like you care about the characters, you care about the world building, whatever it is, that just immediately makes the game more satisfying to play. Like, it doesn't even, like, even separate from how good the gameplay is, to me, it's really important that I care. Like, I know a lot of people play games like, well, I don't really care about the story, like, it's all about the gameplay. And it's like, yeah, I mean, I care about the gameplay too, but like, if the gameplay is amazing but the game is just completely uninteresting from like a story, world building, lore perspective, it's hard for me to feel invested in what I'm doing. Oh, I don't know. I know it was random worlds. I assumed it was the same for everyone, just generated. No, it's like the order of the worlds that you get is random, and there's 2 storylines for each world. So you could start on the same world that I start on and have an entirely different storyline in that world than I did, which is crazy. Oh man, it's just, I'm really loving the story. Is very important for you as well. Yeah, I think it's kind of an underrated aspect of gaming, where it's like, gaming is a really good opportunity to, like, you know how like there's the saying where it's like, walk a mile in someone else's shoes and blah 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 blah. Like, you watching a movie, you're independent from the movie. You know that you're the viewer and you're watching other people, the actors. You're actively disassociated from the events of the movie, you know? Like, that's why people, when they watch a horror movie, they're like, oh, the guy's so stupid, why are you doing that? You know, like, they're not immersed in the same way, where it, like, in a video game, you can be put in the shoes of someone that's entirely different than you and literally be forced to see things from their perspective. Maybe not in, like, you know, 4K, you know, maybe it's not the best in the entire world, but like, I've had some games where they really do feel like they've expanded my understanding of, like, you know, other people's experiences, like certain things. And I think that that's such an undervalued aspect of gaming, where it immerses you. The point is that you're in control. You feel like you are directly affected by what happens in the game, and so it allows this like direct association where you're not just the viewer, you know what I mean? You're an active participant. It's like a grayish world with a hard looking environment, gray poison fog in some areas. Oh, that was my second world. People have said that's like the hardest one to start on, but I'm not gonna lie to you, I thought it was pretty easy. I thought it was not bad. The elites, like for me, what decides whether a world in Remnant 2 is hard or not, it's whether the elites are hard or not. Like I started in one world where the elites were really challenging for me, and that made the entire experience terrifying, because every time an elite spawned, my heart was like but yeah, I've died so many times. There's no death penalty, and that makes me so happy. Immersion can save bad gameplay for me. Yeah, no, yeah, that's true. Yeah, immersion can save bad gameplay, because like you just have to feel invested in the world that's going on. And I mean, I'm not saying we should pick one over the other. I think that's like, you know, some people will say like, oh, you care about story, you don't care about gameplay. And I think that's sort of like, that's not the point of the conversation. The point of the conversation isn't to pick one over the other. It's to associate that they're both really important. Like, I think a lot of people tend to, you know, this is actually really weird, because I see a lot of people who say story doesn't matter to them, but then they actively complain about whether a game's story is really bad or not. It's like, well, if it really doesn't matter to you, then you don't actually care whether the story was good or whether it was bad. But then you get people who, you know, like they say they don't care about the story, but then they go on to complain about the story. And it's like, that doesn't make sense. I don't understand. Good stuff. I need caffeine so bad. It's helping. Like my brain is already 10% more functioning. Your dog doesn't help with the flying stuff. Yeah, I've heard about, that's actually the one thing that I've heard about the handler, is that the handler has some issues with certain flying enemies, and like certain bosses can be annoying for the handler. But yeah, that's a couple things that one thing I've noticed with Remnant 2, I know I keep bouncing between these two topics, but with Remnant 2, some of the bosses feel like they're meant for a certain class. And I've heard other people say this, but like there are some bosses where, like, there was one boss, I'm not gonna spoil it, but the boss is on a platform and you can't reach it. You can't go up to the platform. So if you're a melee build, I don't know what you're supposed to do. Like in that scenario, I don't know how you're supposed to beat the boss if you are a melee build, because it doesn't, you can't even reach the boss, right? And so I really like the bosses I fought so far in Remnant 2, but I do see a couple of issues with some of the bosses where it's like the way they're designed seems maybe a little too thematic, where it's like, man, like if you're a certain class, like I don't know how you're supposed to conquer this. But then again, it is a co-op built game, so I guess they're assuming you have more people. Ugh. The good thing is that Final Fantasy XIV caters to both. The end game rating is challenging, but the story, yes, absolutely. Like I think when the two meet, that is where it's awesome. That's where the game gets just epic, and you get that like super hype feeling. Like one of the only times I feel like I've ever gotten that level of like where your like gameplay and your story have just melded together, and you're having like some super epic story moment, which is also an epic fight. The Tales of games for me do that really well. And I remember being younger and playing Tales of Symphonia, and just you have certain boss fights where you're just like, you're in it to freaking win it. Like you're so invested, and it's good. How are the bosses in Remnant 2? Played the first one. Main problem was the mob spawning for bosses. I hope that's not in the 2. Well, so here's the thing about mob spawning for bosses with a game like Remnant. Remnant is a shooter, and so you have ammo, right? And so if you're fighting a boss and you run out of ammo, you're essentially screwed, right? Like you're essentially, that's how I feel with Dark Souls. No, yeah, Elden Ring and Dark Souls and yeah, you definitely have those like super epic moments where you're like, you've been hearing about this boss forever, and then you finally get to fight him, and it's Hey Flo. Oh, hey Mongo. Have a good stream. Ooh, I hope you have a good shift. I hope work goes well for you. Okay, so the reason why they have mob spawns for Remnant 2 is because you need ammo drops. Like if there are no mobs that spawn throughout the fight, then you have 0 opportunities to pick up ammo, and that's not good. But that is one thing that I noticed. I'm playing a hunter, so I was like, I knew that I could play like a handler or like a medic or like a challenger and have probably like a really tanky solo experience. I wanted to see how like a straight DPS like a hunter could manage solo. Now granted, I am playing on the easiest difficulty because I did not want to start on veteran, but I've never played Remnant before, so I didn't want to, like, you know, make my experience horrifyingly frustrating. I've been doing really well. I am really squishy, so sometimes I get bulldozed by like a bunch of enemies, and if I just get overwhelmed, but like for the most part, I do so much damage, and as long as I don't panic roll, and as long as I just roll when the enemies attack, and you know, keep moving, generally speaking, yeah, no, it's been pretty good. I've only gotten stuck on a few bosses. There's actually been a lot of bosses where I've won. I haven't like I've just one phased them. Once I got a really good weapon, and I got like sort of like a little bit of a build going on, it got to the point where like I've killed probably 10 bosses where I haven't died. I just walked into the room first time, fought them, killed them, and that's not saying that they were super easy. I'm not saying that they were like, oh, this is the easiest boss I've ever fought in my life, but all of the bosses that I fought have mechanics that are very telling. Like every boss so far, it has not been hard to figure out what you're supposed to do. It's very easy. Like it's really noticeable, and none of them seem to have like, I have not had a boss where I just die, where I just like get over just like a billion attacks and you can't get away or whatever. Like there have been bosses that throw a lot at you, but I've always felt like it's manageable. I've never felt like any of the bosses just steamroll you or like are super, like it feels paced well, I should say. Like you have time in the boss fight to learn what the boss is doing, learn how to dodge, learn how to react to their things, how to counter their mechanics, and then you know, you can fight the boss that way. And I often feel like in Elden Ring, for me, what would happen a lot is that like something would just surprise you and you die. Like when the first time I fought Radahn, you know, you go out there and he goes meteor mode, and I didn't like like the first time that happens, if you didn't know it was gonna happen, you just die. Like you're just gonna die, right? You're not gonna dodge that. Like you're not gonna see a giant meteor coming from the sky and be like, you know, if I just dodge roll, I'll be all right. Like for me, I just I didn't know what to do. I tried to run away from it, but you know, the AoE is huge, so really you're better off just trying to dodge it. Anyway, that kind of stuff does not seem to happen in Remnant 2. I have not ever walked into a boss room and they do something crazy and I just die. It's Estelle. Oh my god, Estelle is horrible. Oh, I got so triggered at Estelle. I don't even want to talk about it, to be honest. I spent hours fighting that boss, and it was so bad. It was an epic death though. Yeah, I mean, no, and I'm not saying that Elden Ring is bad for doing that, because it really does make some of the bosses feel really scary. Like when a boss just does a mechanic and just kills you, like just grabs you and just your head just explodes and you're like, oh, you know, like that does kind of make you, it adds to the tension, and it really does make them like scarier. So in that way, I would say the boss experience and like overall, Remnant feels like it's supposed to be more fun than frustrating. It is hard, it's challenging, but there's no death penalty in Remnant 2. So you don't lose anything when you die. So every time you die on a boss, you're just like, you're not even worried. You're not like, oh, I gotta go pick up my runes or my souls or whatever. Like, you're just like, oh, I'm just gonna go in and kick that boss's butt. Like, you spawn in every time you die, you spawn in with your skills refreshed, you know, full healing, and you have these things called mods on your weapons, which are like weapon skills, and they take energy. And every time you die, you spawn in with full energy. Like, you spawn in with all of your skill refreshes, all of your stuff. And so it really does feel like you can just run into the boss over and over. Like, there have been a few bosses that have killed me like 5, 6, 7 times in Remnant 2 just because they were really hard. And you just die and you just run back. Like, it's less anxiety. It's more like, I don't know. I always felt anxious when I would go up against a boss because it's like, oh, I don't want to lose. I don't want to die. Like, I really don't want to die. It's scary. It's bad. It makes me feel bad. But in Remnant 2, when I die on a boss, I'm like, whatever. Round 2, foo. Here we go. I don't know. It's hard to describe. I think the lack of death penalty makes a big difference. Although it does, it's like the penalty for death in Remnant 2 is that all the enemies respawn. And it is linear, even though you have all of these, like, there are some open world zones. The dungeons are linear, and so are like many aspects of the game are very linear. And so, like, let's say you're in a dungeon and you die halfway through. You're starting at the beginning of the dungeon. I had one dungeon that had a puzzle that was really hard to figure out, and every time I died, the puzzle reset. Not even like the enemies reset, the puzzle reset too. So I would work on it for like you go in, you kill all the enemies, you go through the puzzle bit, you go through the rooms, you get to the puzzle, you start messing with the puzzle, and then you go back through the rooms and there's more enemies, and then you die. You've got to do all of that all over. And so that's the part where it's like, man, that's when it sucks. Oh, what did I miss? Estelle jump scared me when I first got sniped. Oh yeah, no, the sniping thing. The thing that scared the crap out of me is when he grabbed you. When Estelle like warps in and just, you know, comes up and just pulls you up, and he's like, that I hated that. That made my butthole pucker in fear every single time. Every time he like teleported, I was always like, you know, tensing up, you know. Brutal. Insta kill grab classic. Yes, indeed. And I was one of those idiots I tried to do archery in Elden Ring. My first character was a Dex build archer. And I was wondering why people, like, I was having such a hard time with the game compared to other people. And then I gave up on bows, and I just decided to be just a Dex. Well, yeah. Anyway, so I'm thinking we should play some 14 here in a minute. Oh man, I remember. So like when I went to Stormcloak Castle, you know when you go in the side and you go up the thing and there's that room where that knight spawns, and you got to open the chest and grab the thing, and the knight like tries to kick your butt, and you can, like, you know, the first time you do it, the guy shuts the door, so you're locked in the room. I got so triggered by that because I was an archery build, right? So I would like shoot everybody until I get to that room, and then I would go into the room, and the stupid knight would just kill me. He would just like destroy me. Like I was using a bow. Like what? And then the way I killed him was like after the first time the door stays unlocked, so I would have him chase me out of the room, and then I just kept trying to kill him outside the room, and I kept dying. And so what I did is I had him chase me to the end of his aggro range. I don't know if you know this, but that guy actually has an aggro range. So if you get to the edge of that, which is actually outside, like you have to go all the way outside the building and go down that path on the side of the castle. So I had him chase me to the end of his aggro range, and then I just kept shooting him in the head over and over while he like spazzed out. And that's how I killed him. And it felt bad. It felt terrible. I did not feel like a winner chicken dinner. I felt like I was desperately scraping by. It made me so mad, because the worst part about it was that every time I died, right, I was fighting this knight guy, right? Every time I died, all of the enemies respawned. So I had to go through, kill all the enemies, you know, get all the way back to the top. And it's just tedious, man. It's just tedious. Yeah, I mean, it felt like a scenario, you know, that was not considering my build. And to be fair, it would be really hard to consider every build for every scenario, right? Like that's hard. That's hard. You know, it's a tough thing. But I mean, you have magic users that use range, you have bow users that use range, and then you create like a scenario that locks you in a tiny room with a guy with a big sword. Yeah, I don't know. That one just felt a little mean. Like it was meant to piss you off. I don't mind a challenging encounter. The ones that frustrate me are when it's like BS. When it's like, okay, well, this was literally just designed to kill me once, and now that I know it's there, it's not gonna kill me ever again. Like you get all those enemies that just like you're walking across a bridge and someone pops out of nowhere and just knocks you off the edge and you die, and you're like that's not the kind of challenge that I'm interested in. You know, I'm interested in actual challenge. Anyway, let's play some game. Let's do some game. We have some. I just wanted to get you the first time. Yeah, exactly. The stuff like that makes me manage. I get frustrated when games do that. Bows are so bad damage wise for no reason. Even Radon's bow is bad somehow. Yeah, not when he uses it. Exactly. It's bad. It's very bad. So before I stopped trying to use bows, the only viable strategy was to use the longbows and to use Mighty Shot on every single shot. So like I had to find some place to snipe, and then I had to use one of the bigger bows, the big O bows, and then I had to freaking Mighty Shot every single arrow. And so I was using a lot of FP as well as stamina to fire the bow. And when enemies closed in, it was awful. So having a great time with that. Anyway, my second character, I decided to use axes because axes are just my favorite. You know what's funny is that axes aren't that great either. And it's like everything I like in Elden Ring sucks. They've actually buffed axes a lot since Elden Ring's release, and now they're actually pretty dang good, and I like them a lot. But it just makes me laugh. It's like everything I like to do sucks. Like in every RPG, every class I like is like the one class, not usually the one class, but when I pick a class, people are like, that class kind of sucks. Like even when I picked Bard, people were like, Bard? You're gonna start with Bard? It's like, yeah. Is that bad? I don't know. And then when I played Lost Ark, I played Scrapper and Soulfist. And those are both classes that get actively denied from parties because of the class that you're playing. As a warrior main, axes are pretty much amazing. Yeah. No, axes are great. I love those in games. Bards are fine. Okay. I don't know. See, I haven't been playing Final Fantasy long enough. In pretty much every single RPG I've played, there's two kinds of people. There are people that care about meta, and there are people that don't care about meta. The people that care about meta care about what everyone else does. So like if you're not playing a meta class, or you're not playing optimally, or you're not doing something right, or you don't have the meta gear, or you don't have some of that stuff, then they poo-poo on you. They judge you for it, right? They're like, "Ooh, you're not meta. How dare you?" You know, and they sound cringy like that too, even. But when then there are the other people who aren't meta obsessed, and they tend to just do whatever they feel like doing, and sometimes it's bad, sometimes it's not optimal, sometimes it's even what you might call dumb. But you know what the thing is? It's like, sounds like Genshin fans. See, Genshin is like the hyperbolic version of it. Like Genshin is that meta thing, the meta non-meta thing, taken to such an extreme. It's ridiculous how emotional and aggressive people get. I mean, like to the point where like people are attacking voice actors because of a character's power level in a video game. Like, are you insane? Like, in what world does that matter? I laugh with my Virgin Clee wrecking face in Abyss. Yeah, exactly. And that's the most hilarious thing about the whole thing. Oh, hold on. I got an important text. Okay. Like Genshin is not a hard game, and every character is viable. And really the difference is just like very minimal. And it's like people take it to the most drastic extremes. Like it's just, see, the thing is that nuance is dead, and everyone has to like pull things into this hyperbolic conversation where it's like a character can't just be okay, or like pretty good, or like not so bad, or like anything like that. No one talks about a character like that. Like if you're talking about a character, it's either Omega lol, why did you pull? You wasted your resources. You're an idiot. Like, this is the worst character in the game. This character is literally a waste of your time. They make you worse. If you play them, you're dumb. Like stuff like that. It's like, okay, but like, but it's not that. It's not that bad. Like, it's not that serious. Sorry, these texts are important. I'm sorry. I don't mean to interrupt stream. I try not to like get super distracted on stream and text, or like use my phone or whatever, but Okay. You can clear the hardest content in 14 with any job. Even hardcore raiders can't come up with a good reason for meta jobs. Yeah, exactly. I mean, I find, but see, that's the thing is that like that can be the case, but there will still be people that might be really toxic about it. Like that's the thing with Genshin, is that like that's the case with Genshin. Is it doesn't matter. You can use whoever you want as long as you understand team building. Like I think that's the important part. Oh my gosh. Okay. It's like they're convincing themselves that they're right more than anything. Yeah, exactly. That's so true. And I can understand a little bit with like the gacha history. Like gacha games used to be a lot more like they've gotten, I don't want to say they've gotten better over time, but just like gacha games used to be really like they would power creep the heck out of their characters, and like it was a lot more important to pay attention to like the characters' power levels, whether they were actually good or not. But like with like Hoyoverse, they've gotten pretty good at balancing the characters, and like genuinely they don't power creep their game. So I don't know, like there's no like it's like trauma, you know, it's like they're like traumatized by past gacha games, and they can't help but like be really hyperbolic about it or assume that it's like super important what they decide to do with yeah, team building, how stats work and stuff like that. That's all that matters. Like if you understand that, you don't need to pull a certain character. Okay. Okay, that merchant proved to be a spectacular waste of time. Time which is in short supply. We must return to the Colosseum before the battle begins. Here's the plan. I shall find a suitable vantage point to observe Miss Avila in combat. Until I have ascertained the trickery behind her abilities, you are to keep a wide berth of her blade. Okay. Oh, I can teleport there. Oh. Okay. There you are. I was this close to starting the melee without you. Gar har har. I'd be remiss not to tell you that there's been a slight change of plans. Another contestant suffered a last-minute injury, and none other than our very own Ultros has stepped in to take his place. With everyone's favorite octopus joining you two in the fray, spectators aren't just pouring in. The bookmakers across town are raking in the gill, which ain't a bad thing for us. Word has it that Master Fergus himself is quite taken with my promotional skills. For future's looking bright for old Dower Meadow. So what say you? Are you ready to get your arses kicked? Yes. What? Oh. Aye, that's what I like to hear. Ladies and gents, it's time for a Blades to whirl and limbs to fly. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, plutocrats and paupers, open your eyes and steel your stomachs. The Mithril Cup brought to you by our ever-charitable friends at Amnesia and Sons Mineral Concern. Your concern is our concern is about to begin. Who will stand atop the head of maimed bodies and twisted limbs to claim victory? Will it be the tempestuous? What? Word? Tempestuous. Who? I've never heard that. That is a word that I have never heard before. The famed warrior of light, or who was that fool, grinning fool again? Oh, that's right, Humberbatch, agent of infamy and imbecile extraordinaire. It's good. Or will it be our 11th hour entry, Ultros, the 8-leg purple purveyor of pain? His bruises healed. Here I am. Did you miss me? No. Not at all. It's like turbulent or stormy. I'd say we have a battle for the ages here, folks. Combatants, take your positions and let the battles begin. All right, you know the deal. We team up and wipe out the others. Then when it's just the two of us, I'll take a dive. And you receive your share of the winnings. Look at Avila's blade spin. Why? She's a veritable whirlwind of death and destruction out there. They breed them tough in Alamahigo, that's for certain. You are next. Here we go, ladies and gents. Once my buddy gets a whiff of these raw truffles, he'll be sneezing up a storm. Literally. Ah, nothing like the rich aroma of roasted truffles. All this fighting has given Uncle Alti an appetite. You haven't even done anything yet. Wait a minute. Roasted truffles? Braised in savory sauce, just like Mother used to make them. Feel free to have seconds. There's a whole sack full where that came from. Do I like Ultros as a character? No, I hate him. It's disgusting. It's ugly and has a awful personality. He's very perverted and gross, and they had to make a bunch of sexual tentacle jokes, which is just super cringe and not funny, really. What's taking him so long? The girl's gaze gives it away. Open that gate at once. What? Oh my god. He's very intentionally a horrible character. Yeah, I get that. I get that. I just think that, like, I would have preferred something less. I don't want to say dumb, but like the ulti thing feels really childish and dumb. I don't mean to talk down to anyone that thinks it's funny or like, I just like, ah, ha ha ha, tentacles, ha 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 ha. Like that's how it feels to me. And it's just like, okay. That is genuinely horrifying though. What is that monstrosity? Is it, does its butt have a face? Mr. Typhon, is that your stomach I hear rumbling? Could I interest you in some roasted truffles? What fascinating friends you have, Alti. Why, just look at this charming little nose. Is he perhaps suffering from a case of the sniffles? Could it be Avila's vaunted Tempest Blade? It was that monster all along. The girl played us for fools. To be fair, both of them are modeled after old Final Fantasy game sprites. Oh, I mean, that's fine. I mean, like, I get it. You know, it's part of the style. Like, I've seen many gross things in this game, and like, it's fine to have gross things in the game. It's just like, this is like a repeating character in this quest. You know, it's like, could have picked something more like, I guess the Hildebrand quest, the entire point is that they're dumb, right? Like that's the whole point, is that this is kind of stupid. But it was all her idea. I'm just a stupid octopus. You were the one who approached me, you double-dealing fiend. I just wanted to experience the thrill of battle, you know? For my work and all. Come on, Dower. Has Uncle Alti ever lied to you? What'd I tell you? I knew there was something fishy. Oh, they called her a whore. Holy beggars and brutes, a lot of them. We give them a home in our lands, and this is the thanks we get. Send her to Garlemald for all I care. Just get her out of my sights before I get sick. It's pretty rude. I just wanted to. My sister. I mean, yeah, she cheated and stuff. I feel for the girl. Really, my little octopus heart goes out to her. But the rules are the rules, right? Now, if Uncle Alti may be so bold. I say we call up the melee and have a final showdown between the 3 remaining competitors. That would be me, my buddy Typhon, and me. So what do you say? Yeah, sure. That's what we want to see. Okay, yeah, kick his butt. Well, this is a most unprecedented turn of events, but who am I to deny the wishes of such a passionate crowd of martial arts aficionados? The venue. Halatali, the fighters. The tag team of Ultros and Typhon versus the Warrior of Light, who will be left standing when the storm is settled. Be there or miss the fight or battle for the ages or something. Just stuck on the ceiling. Oh, they got him down. Oh, I didn't have to actually fight him. So to review, the truffles were to elicit a sneeze from the octopus's oversized crony, which would be positioned so as to appear coming from the blade, allowing the two to sweep away their opponents with ease. No wonder I wasn't able to see it sooner. It's quite possibly the most imbecilic scheme I've encountered in my years of a consulting inspector. At any rate, we have no choice but to trust in your abilities now. Let us make for Halatali. Oh, so we are gonna go for, okay. Right? No? Yes? He did not fight as a gentleman. Ah. Ah. All right. This will be fun. Will it? I suppose we shall see. kind of fly over all of this. Because who cares about traveling places the normal way? All right. This tourney's turned into a right mess with all the trouble I took preparing consolation prizes for the melee. It looks like we won't be needing them after all. Of course, as long as you're bringing in the spectators and the profits, I could give a gnat's arse. I know what you're thinking. 2 against 1 isn't fair, especially when one of the 2 is the size of a small house. So here's the deal. Why don't you bring along some of your friends for the battle? Let's say 7 of them. That should even the odds. Like 2 versus 1. 7 versus 2. I'll take the, I'm at 8 versus 2. I'll take the 8 versus 2. Definitely more fair that way. Does anyone want to, I mean, there's not many people here right now, but does anyone want to join it, or should I just try to queue into it? You guys want to watch Freddy eat his foot? If you want, no pressure or anything. I just want to, I'm just offering in case. Some people seemed pretty. Okay, is it all the peoples? I'm assuming so. Okay. Wait, no, wait. That one. Dragon's neck. Dragon's neck. Welcome. Freddy, I need some skin left on my arms. Oh my god, you're shedding so much. Why are you shedding so much, Fred? Gotta help him get that undercoat out, I guess. Oh my god, there's so much fur coming out. Oh, he farted. Oh, Fred, I hate you. Why? Why? We're having a good moment. And then you farted. Why would you do that? Oh. Oh, that's nasty. Oh. Oh. It smells so terrible. Somehow I muted myself on accident. That's cool. It's like a big ball. Is it still stinky? No, no. We're fine. Okay. It has passed. He passed gas, and the past gas has passed. If I catch up, do you stop spinning? Oh. I almost had it. I think I had it. Oh. I think I cheated. I think I ran through it. It turns into a cube. On C. Ooh. Ooh. Oh, that's cool. I don't know where that is. Is that? Yeah, I have no idea where that is. That might be a place I haven't been yet. I feel like I should be transported to wherever that is if I jump into it. Super Mario 64. Kind of far away. Oh my gosh, 9-minute wait time. Caffeine. Yummy. I guess I can sit. Oh, you have the car. A big fancy car. I thought 2 was passenger seat, but I was wrong. I was wrong. It's kind of funny that it doesn't really go faster than, like, you know, it's like the same speed as other mounts. You would expect it to be a little faster. But it's pretty fast when you fly, so I guess that kind of it's like Final Fantasy. Yeah, exactly. It's very real. It's very realistic to Final Fantasy 15. That car is not fast. Yeah, see, it's a bit better when you fly in. I actually don't know the difference in speed. Like, I know flying is faster, but Definitely faster than sprinting. Obviously faster than traveling on the ground. And that's cool, the wheel spinning. And that's turning the, this right here. Oh, wait. No, that one's not spinning. That one's spinning. But not spinning. What happens if you just jump out? Like, what happens if I just jump out? Do I, like, die? I don't even know how. I feel like I probably just jump or something. I don't know. Try it. How? Press Z. Oh, you have to be below a certain altitude. They won't let you drop shit people in. The nose of the... Oh, there it is. It'd be funny to fly a bunch of people up and then just keep them trapped up there. You could actually trap people. Well, I guess I could have teleported. Well, maybe I couldn't have. I don't know. Oh my gosh, I just noticed you have a freaking Palico. Every time I see the Monster Hunter crossover stuff, I am jelly. You could TP? Okay, so you aren't trapped. I wonder if that was a thing. I feel like when it first came out, you probably could trap people. And then they were like, okay, we gotta let people teleport out of it. Unless I'm wrong. Unless they foresaw the trolling. Freddy. I love you too, Freddy. Yeah. He was like trying to grab my arm. What's up? What do you want, Fred? You just be able to cast skills while mounted in it? He is such a goober. Isn't that right, Fred? Aren't you a goofy goober? Yeah. Nice. I like how they actually put a saddle on it. I get annoyed when there's like mounts where it's like a dinosaur or just something like a dragon or whatever, and there's no saddle or anything. It's like, how, what about the spikes? You know, wouldn't that hurt your butt? Did you fart again? Oh my god, dude. This one isn't as bad, but are you serious? You stinky boy. Why are you so farty? Why are you so gassy today, huh? What? He just keeps trying to put his paw on my arm. Yeah? Did you leave a big stinker? Got into the bean supply. Yeah, for real. He absolutely did. Okay, it's been 12 minutes. I'm gonna go to the bathroom real fast. I feel like we're probably not gonna be able to find a party for this. But I will be right back. Okay. I guess we can give it a little longer. But yeah, I think we might have some problems getting into a party for this. Fred, I don't know what's up with you today, dude. What? He's been vocalizing all day. All day. Like ever since I got up, he's just been walking around following me, being like, "Meh, meh, meh." Yeah, not a lot of queuing tonight. We got like Baldur's Gate 3 came out. People playing the crap out of that. Yeah, let's probably just give up for now. I appreciate you trying. It's helpful. So then we could just keep going with the MSQ, I guess. I did want to ask how close I am to Heavensward. Like, Zoe put in the Discord that I should react to the Heavensward trailer. And I'll definitely do that. I want to do it at the appropriate time, though. I don't know exactly where I'm at in the game, so I'm not entirely sure when I would be watching that. If that makes sense. You gonna check? Okay, I'm on when the cold sets in. Oh. That looks kind of, wait, what? Why won't you, Why can't I zoom in on the head? Oh, there we go. Ah! Ah! Oh my god, Freddy. I don't know what you want, dude. You can meow all you want, but like it doesn't I don't know what's going on in your brain, dude. The lion just kind of looks kind of funny. I don't know. It just sticks out kind of far. It's okay. I don't know. This one's all right, but I think I like the goggle one more. I think this one's all right. I think this one's the best one. Quite a few more, I think. Okay. It's hard to tell. Wait. Oh, yeah, Slaftborn. That's right. Right now, I'm about to hit patch 2.4. Is Heavensward 3.0? And is each quest line like a... I don't know. Yes, okay. I'm assuming each quest line is like a 0.5, 0.6, point whatever. Tis good to see you return to the toll. How fared you in the frozen wastes of Coerthas? You have 2.4, 2.5, 2.55, then Heavensward. Okay, okay. House 4 attempts is to send us on a second shipment. I should send thanks to Lord Houchafant for his continued generosity. Yet, even as our town grows in prosperity, I fear it will attract even greater numbers of those who would do us harm, in the name of greed or power. All of us, Alphanod's new recruits included, must remain vigilant against such threats. Give me that. It's gonna be a glamour. Another thing. That's like the same thing. Wait, could I not wear the other one? I didn't even check the class on it. It's cool. That's a good looking circlet right there. I like that one. It's still off of the forehead a bit, but looks better. They are specific to magic or war. I see. Well, while you were away in Coerthas, preparations for the inaugural ceremony were all but completed, although Totoro does yet seem somewhat flustered. I've taken enough of your time. Why don't you head into the Rising Stones and see if your frantic receptionist could do with a hand? Okay. Oh, they changed spots. Give me 1 second. I wish Ida were not so eager to look at the future when we have so many problems in the here and now. Can't wait for Alphanod to start his new company. I love making new friends. Your bout with Hoary Boulder is more stirring than 100 lines of my most passionate poetry. Mayhaps I should arrange a sparring match of my own. Pimp a lot. I fear Ida's boundless optimism is beginning to affect my better judgment, and your tendency to triumph against the most terrible of foes is certainly not helping matters. Oh, thanks? This place has become as a hive, and its bees flit around in constant motion. Perhaps a soothing pot of tea will coax one or two to alight and take a moment's rest. Okay. 'Tis not enough that I am here for my daughter. I must do what little I can to help you all succeed in your monumental tasks. Have you recovered your ego? I must thank you again for agreeing to our bout, and I must thank the gods 'twas not a duel to the death. I will, however, cherish the lesson of each scrape and bruise as I work to better my swordplay. That's good for you. Good for you. I like the way Mr. Coltonot fought. No swords or fists. I wonder if I studied harder, would I be able to cast spells like that too? Mr. Boulder is sword and beaten, but he said he'd return straight to his training. I don't think he likes to lose. We need to decide who in our Adventurers Guild will do what. I'm fairly sure Yozan will be the sword fighter. He always has to be in the thick of the action. Mr. Balder felt well, but he was no match for you. Just wait. One day, I'll be good enough to knock you from the top of your mountain. Oh. Challenge accepted, kid. I thought the idea foolish at first, but it seems the sparring match well served its purpose. Well, I can hardly wait to return to my studies and seek to improve on my technique. My people's spirits were thoroughly crushed by the loss of our homeland, but thanks to your courage and generosity, I see their inner flame once more flicker back to life. I too have felt the strength of will make a gradual return. Nice. Our Domon farming methods have been adopted here on the frontier. 'Tis too early to know if they will prove to be effective. What you need help with, Tataru? These parchments need to be sorted, and these documents, why are they even here? Oh, I am sorely tempted to file the lot in my waste paper basket. You startled me. You wish to lend a hand? Splendid. Would you be a dear and hand these uniforms to the new recruits? They're scattered about Revenant's Toll, and I haven't the time to track them all down. The recruits know to don their garb immediately and assemble here in the Rising Stones. You want to report directly to Alphanod if you don't wish to miss the ceremony. I wonder if the Scions will ever have matching uniforms. A well-funded organization is a well-dressed organization, I suppose. Okay, so they're all outside. Yeah. Sprinting. Much sprinting. Many sprintings. Okay. Those who believe this company will see no riches are short-sighted fools. The giving of oneself 'tis an investment in the future. Thus did I sign my name to the cause. These uniforms were a splendid idea. Once our organization has made a name for itself, there shall be wealth aplenty in selling replica costumes to the adoring masses. Cool. Good for you, buddy. He's got that grind set mindset. Up there. Oh, that's not the right button. I thought it best to mimic my fellows here, but I have to admit that I have no idea what we're supposed to be doing. Oh, our new uniforms. I'm reminded of my induction into the Wood Whalers. That's hilarious. Oh, okay. I'm just gonna get the chocobo out. I don't know why I didn't do that earlier. I think in towns you can't use chocobos, and so I always forget that like in these little places you can. Isildur has at last retired from the adventurer's life. Though I shall miss his wisdom and irrepressible spirit, I am excited to forge my own path forwards. Ah, yes, the uniform. Thank you. Truth be told, the thought of pledging myself to a lofty organization is somewhat intimidating. Well. Hello there, lass. Looking for me, was ya? I suggest giving a whistle, but I'm not sure I'd even hear it amongst all the bustle. Oh ho! Proper uniforms and all. This thing will cut off the blood to me head. Not to worry though. I'm sure she'll be fine after making a few adjustments. I remember Wilred. Not Wilfred. Wilred. Little Alamahigo could learn so much from Revenant's Toll. This town can be so alive in the midst of such desolation. I've never worn aught quite so voluminous. Ah, well, I'm sure I'll grow accustomed to the extra cloth in time. Yeah, you're gonna have to hide those beautiful pecs of yours, my friend. Gods, I did not expect to meet you strolling about town. The tales of your primal battles were what inspired me to come to Revenant's Toll. It is an honor to receive this uniform from your hands. I shall wear it with pride. I don't believe we've met. I am Bird, and I will have the honor of leading my fellow recruits as captain. Much did I lose to the calamity, and I look forward to aiding others in rebuilding their lives. Hey, Nat. The uniforms are a shrewd decision. There is no easier method of creating a common bond among what is essentially, oh my god, a band of strangers. English. Speak it. Okay. This scarlet garb marks me as a proud member of the Maelstrom and a hardy defender of Limsalamensa. Yet in truth, I stand for the betterment of the realm, and though this new company is a fine opportunity to contribute on a... And thought this company a fine opportunity to contribute on a grander scale. I can read words. Now that's a striking shade of blue. Put it alongside my Maelstrom uniform, my wardrobe will certainly not lack of color. Oh, okay, he's in the Rising Stones. You've got a purple ring. Himbo Pride. Okay. Purple ring. Ooh. Totoro mentioned you were handing out the new uniforms. I assume that you've met the rest of the recruits. Some few answered the call to arms I put forth through the established grand companies. We are not yet an army, but there is much a small corps of elite warriors can achieve. Did I mention I'd thought of a name for the company? 'Tis my hope that it shall be soon known across the breadth of Eorzea. The moment of truth draws near. Once the last of the recruits have gathered, I shall make the official announcement. Okay. Voice? Voice acting? Voice acting?
Comrades,
Oh.
your presence here this day signifies the momentous choice that each of you has made. With your strength now pledged to the scions of the Seventh Dawn, you are beholden to no single nation. You stand as the vanguard for a united Eorzea. From this moment forth, I declare you Crystal Braves. Let us mend this fractured realm and face our enemies as one. Whether it be the Beastmen and their primals, or the conflict in Carteneau, it is plain that the nations of Eorzea cannot solve the problems which plague the realm. Thus, does it fall to some few heroic souls to succeed where they have failed? Come, take your place at the Scion's side as guardians of Eorzea, and together we shall fight for the freedom of all! For the freedom of all!
Yay. Freedom. Hoggers. Okay.
A rousing speech, Alphino. Or should I say, Crystal Brave Commander Leveilleur?
What?
Please, Antecedent. The title is honorary. I shall not be leading the troops into battle, as it were.
I was gonna say, he doesn't seem like a...
We are of the same purpose. Let us join hands.
Got the military
and
drip?
do what must be done to save this land.
The Scions stand ready.
Boo, 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 boo. Boo, boo, boo.
I'm eager to see what the Crystal Braves might accomplish. This shall prove an interesting time indeed for the Scions.
Okay.
Yes, I'm listening. So our worst fears are confirmed. The entire Isle. Such power defies comprehension.
They destroy the entire island?
Truly? Kryl is alive? Thank the 12. I see. Pray, inform me if her condition changes. Yes, I shall pass on your words to Urianger. My thanks. I shall contact you anon. When I learned of the loss of the Isle of Val, I dared not hope that my friend had survived. Yet, by some miracle, it would seem she has. She's still to regain consciousness, it is true, but better that than death.
Oh.
Putting this happy news to one side, we must now endeavor to make sense of the readings taken by the survey party.
Okay.
It appears the etheric disturbance which accompanied the Isle's destruction is of a magnitude alarmingly close to that of Ultima.
No.
Could the Ascians be responsible for this devastation as well? I wonder. Have you heard aught from the Mother Crystal since the battle with the Garleans?
Nope. That's a different kind of
Then
nod.
she speaks to neither one of us.
We did this instead of
Heidelin
this.
silence portends naught but ill, I fear. Louisoire, I pray you yet watch over us.
Freddy, I don't know what you want, dude. You can keep meowing at me, but I'm sorry, I don't understand. I don't know what you want. Are you hungry? Because dinner is like an hour away for you. Yeah. You can keep meowing, dude. I'm sorry. I don't know what you want. I don't know what it is you need. Okay. I mean, I just grabbed one that looks like this, but this one's got white on it, I guess. I'll take it. Different color variation. I don't even know if the other one was for a class that I could use. Fred. Oh my gosh. Look at this. Yeah. What do you need? What does Freddy need? What does he need? Yeah? What does Freddy want? Look. What? Oh, I'm missing something. I probably should. I'm sorry. I'm not paying attention. Yeah. Fred, I love you, buddy. I don't know what you want from me. Heavensward is so good. Done. 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 This is very ominous. The real end game for me is trying to buy a house here. I've heard that house buying is a not a trifling task. Okay. Try as I might, I cannot shake the creeping sense of dark foreboding, but it avails us not to fret about the unknown. We must concentrate instead on the problems of the present. The primals have been relatively quiet as of late, and the beast tribes who summon them are under constant surveillance by the grand companies. Should any suspicious activity be afoot, you may be certain that we will hear of it. And until such time as a permanent solution to the primal problem has been found, we can do little but wait and observe. Oh, by the way, if you're enjoying the stream, you want to drop and leave a like on it, that'd be fantastic. Would help me out a bunch. We've also got Discord link pinned in both YouTube chat and Twitch chat. You can just use whichever one you want. I'm always multi-streaming, so yeah. Okay. And until such time as a permanent solution to the primal problem has been found, we can do little but wait and observe. As for the Ashians, Orianje, I can never say his name right, is wholly dedicated to finding the means by which we may defeat the dark beings. Let us pray for good tidings. But all of this you already knew. Let us speak then of more current matters, in particular the state of the Crystal Braves. Alphanod did well to found the organization, but ensuring its smooth operation is another matter entirely. Though I doubt not that he is doing his best, I felt that a helping hand or two would not go astray. To this end, I have offered to send one of the Archons to assist him, but he declined. You know how he can be, independent to a fault, and singularly loath to accept help. Save, of course, when that help comes from you. Alphanod has entrusted countless matters of import to your care in the past, and I believe he would not hesitate to do so again, were you to offer. I should be most grateful if you would go to him, support him in whatever manner you are able. Alrighty. Okay. Hey, another wearing the uniform. Look at that. Wow. It's so different. In traditional Doman cuisine, we strive for a perfect balance, not only of flavor and texture, but also of nutrition. For a meal to be truly satisfying, it must nourish the body as well as delight the senses. If Higiri and our more skilled culinarians worked closely together, I dare say they could create extraordinary dishes sure to satisfy Eorzean and Doman alike. Yes, 'twould be foolish to sacrifice nutrition for flavor. Whoa! From invoices to petitions to... It's a war. That desk is my front line, and I fear I have been overrun. Many of my countrymen are skilled with the bow or blade. I have made it my mission to rally those with such talents to the Braves' cause. I only hope we can be of some small assistance. Condemn refugees to death. Wait a minute, that's not right. In which event we must guide them to Little Alamahigo, else we condemn them to certain death. Ida, what did I just tell you? A dazzling floral arrangement, each blossom a peerless beauty in her own right. Ah, the blessing and the burden of an overactive imagination. Those Azure uniforms are really rather striking, but I think I shall remain a scion for the nonce. The walls have become my home and the scions my family. Besides, I'm not just sure blue is really my color. That's funny. Look forward, never back. Devote yourself only to the present. That is what I've learned from the Domans. What is it? And do be concise. You would lend a hand, you say? Well, now that you mention it, there is a matter that wants for attention. Given its sensitive nature, I was hesitant to entrust it to my braves, but the demands upon my time are such that I have little choice. Which is not to say that my men are want for labor. Though we are but newly formed, there is already a great demand for our services. We are hard-pressed to answer all petitions, but I digress. The fact is, I would sooner attend this particular matter myself, but my presence is required elsewhere. That being the case, I have entrusted its resolution to my second-in-command, Captain Ilberd. Tell him that I sent you, and he will furnish you with the particulars. My thanks in advance.
Hail to you, Scion. How might we serve you? Commander Leveilleur bade you serve us? These are welcome tidings indeed. Given the sensitive nature of the task, I could not rely on one of my own. That which I'm about to tell you, I tell you in the strictest confidence. Some days ago, we received certain documents from an anonymous source. They notified us of the presence of a Garlean agent within the ranks of one of the grand companies. Following some discreet inquiries, we identified a suspect among the Immortal Flames, whom we detained for questioning. Alas, the man was not our agent. He was but one of many men in the agent's employ. We pressed the traitor for a name, but he had none to give. He claims never to have met his master, whom he knows only as the Ivy. He was, however, certain that this Ivy had coiled itself around every part of the Immortal Flames. It would seem our quarry joined the company some time ago, and gradually recruited others to his cause. These conspirators are the vines by which he learns our secrets, all without exposing himself. It won't be easy to identify the Ivy amidst this tangled mass of subterfuge, but we have a tendril in our hands, and we shall follow it all the way to the gnarled root. Now, much as I would prefer to proceed with due discretion, circumstances demand that this matter be settled post-haste. Garlemald's War of Succession nears its end, and it is feared that the Empire will soon resume its march on Eorzea. When it does, we can ill afford to have traitors in our midst. The Ivy must be rooted out now. We must begin by apprising General Roban of our findings. I would ask that you accompany me to the Hall of Flames, and remain on hand to see that things go smoothly. Assuming the Ivy's tendrils are as widespread as we believe, he will be aware that an investigation is underway, and if that is the case, he may well move against us. We must be prepared for anything, while taking care not to betray our purposes by seeming prepared. A simple enough task for a one-woman army like you.
Okay. Do I have any idea how Heavensward will start? No, not really. I mean, they keep hinting that there's like, you know, some threat that we're not aware of, and then they just showed that cutscene with that old dude sitting on a throne with an army and the Ascians behind him. So I'm guessing that Heavensward is probably going to have to do with some society being corrupted by the Ascians and being pushed to war, basically. Like they're going to become aggressors. I'm not sure.
What brings you here, my friend?
I'm definitely enjoying all the more voice acting. Having more voice acting is just it's good.
She is here at my behest. Greetings, Roban. It has been a while.
Hilbert, you old scoundrel. When they told me you'd be visiting, I scarce believed my ears. But look at you, the honored captain of the Crystal Bloody Braves. Who'd have imagined, eh?
Not many, but fewer still would have imagined your destiny lay in politics, old friend.
Aye, we've both come far, have we not? Lest you wonder, Hilbert and I go back a long way. We've been friends and rivals since we were lads. The last time we saw each other, Alamigo had just fallen, so you can guess how many summers it's been. And in all that time, not a word from the fool.
Ah, well, my dealings tended toward the modest and mundane, unlike some I could mention. As I hear it, no sooner did you reach Thanalan than the brass blades clapped you in irons and dragged you off to die on the blood sands. Being a stubborn sort, you won 1,000 matches and earned yourself a place in the people's hearts while you were about it. Then, with your mountain of prize money, you bought the Colosseum and secured a seat on the Syndicate. Those balls, brother! Rags to riches does not do it justice. You're a hero to the common man.
Pah! Spare me. I am no hero. If anyone is worthy of that title, it's our friend here. Next to her, I'm little more than a glorified butcher. But you, Ilbert, you sell yourself short. By all accounts, you are an adventurer of some standing.
I like to think that I did my part for the greater good. But if you're no hero, then I'm no adventurer, not in this company. Anyway. I have tidings.
So there has been progress. I've let it be known that this meeting is a reunion between old friends. None will give your visit a second thought. To convene elsewhere would only attract attention. Let us speak here, in plain view of all. So it is we who have been compromised. Teleji Adeleji's machinations have shaken Ul'dah to her foundations. In such uncertain times, a man's loyalty may be bought for a fistful of gil. But if this snake has truly been in our midst for as long as you say, we must needs consider a far graver possibility. Conspiracy. Could it be that the Monetarists have been in league with the Empire from the first? Very well. I will have my most trusted men investigate the matter. Continue your inquiries in the meantime. It does me well to see you again, old friend. When next we meet, let it be over a flagon of ale.
I look forward to it. Let us reminisce of bygone days, and drink to the future of our homeland. Flame General, you wear the mantle well, old friend. I must work hard if I'm to keep up. Well, it would seem your services were not required after all. I dare say we have Roban's prudence to thank for that.
Oh, okay.
Still, I was glad of your presence. My thanks, Scion.
Cool. I guess it really doesn't matter what I pick, right? Yeah, it's like whatever. All right. Our hunt for the ivy begins in earnest. Suffice it to say, we must tread warily, but one misstep may cost us our lives. Our business here is concluded for the time being. Let us return to the Rising Stone to report to Commander Leville. Story gets really good. I've heard that it gets really good. I know that I'm like almost to the good part, and I've been slowing down. But I'm sure once it picks up and it gets a lot more interesting, I mean, I'm already like, the fact that a lot more of it's voice acted makes it a lot easier. Like that in and of itself is huge. But yeah, beyond that, once it gets like more emotional and more interesting, yeah. I'm curious about when other people tend to feel like the story is like when it gets good, you know? Like, I wonder if everyone has a different point in the story where they're like, oh, this is where it gets good, and then other people are like, nah, this is where it gets good. I don't know. We are returned from Ul'dah. And not a moment too soon. Something has happened. Honestly, for me, around this point, especially building up to 2.55, yeah, this has all been more interesting. A lot of this stuff has been more interesting. You recall this, that the fourth, like, especially because everything we were doing before this, like, there were a lot of fetch quests, a lot of, oh, help me catch my runaway chickens or whatever, you know, it's like a lot of pointless stuff like that, but we're not doing a lot of pointless stuff like that anymore. Pretty much every quest I do is like moving the story now, which is really good. You recall the fourth was tasked with reconnoitering the rendezvous site used by the Ivy's minion and his Imperial contracts. Soon after you left, we received word that the unit was ambushed. 100% feel the same way. Yeah. God, damn it. According to the report, one of ours was taken captive. The Garleans are not wont to treat their foemen with dignity, and I have grave fears for her safety. We must dispatch a rescue party at once. Recall those braves who are afield. Begging your pardons, Commander, but we do not have the time. I'm afraid I must ask for your aid once more, Scion. An ill-prepared rescue party will only serve to provide the Garleans with more captives, yet time is of the essence. Simply put, you are the best chance we have. Captain Ilberd has the right of it. I trust you are willing, but of course you are. Now, Aliana of the Fourth lies in wait in the triangle near the entrance to the Castrum Sentry. Seek her out, and she will apprise you of the situation. Okay, Freddy, I'm gonna let you have some privacy since you're taking care of your dirty little butthole. Okay, so now. Oh, I see. I should just walk out the door. Ah! Ah! You will not get in my way, table. You will not hinder me. Ah. Show that table is who's boss? Exactly. I'm the warrior of light. Can't stop me. This place looks really cool at night. Crystals. Don't attack me, mud puppy. Don't attack me. You would aid us in the rescue mission. We are in your debt. Warrior of Light, now time is against us, so allow me to brief you on the situation. The Garleans fell upon us without warning, wounding poor Resh and hauling her away to the castrum yonder. Outnumbered as we were, it was all we could do to flee and regroup. Even as we speak, the Garleans may be interrogating Resh, or worse. With her hurts, I fear that she will not long survive their attentions. We must rescue her without delay. Our order may yet be in its infancy, but the bond that binds us is as strong as Mithril. None of us will stand by while the comrade suffers. We, the remnants of the Four, will infiltrate Castrum Sentry. Please help us find Resh before it's too late. Aye, aye. Oh, okay. Okay. Oh, I'm gonna get attacked. Yeah, that's right. Get tracked. Ugh. Where am I? Resh, thank the gods we found you. And thank you, Warrior of Light. Now, to quit this accursed place, Resh cannot move with those wounds. She will need to be carried out. I believe a diversion is in order. Might we trouble you to provide one? Given your reputation, I suspect the Garleans will be only too happy to grant you their undivided attention. If you were to create a commotion within the castrum, we should be able to steal away unnoticed. Let us speak again once we are safely outside these walls. Okay. Level design, even an ARR, is so immersive. Yeah, no, it is. That's definitely true. The world, it feels like they put a lot of effort into making the world feel impactful, like immersive. Oh my gosh, I don't want to target those. I want to target this. Yes, thank you. Okay, I'm attacking the wrong people. Nothing to see here. Just the Warrior of Light running around. No worries, folks. No need to attack me. Why, hello there. Stop. Okay. Stop targeting the enemies that are, like, not the ones I'm attacking. Okay. All right. That's, yeah, that's fine too. All right. Oh, why, hello. Are you here to murder Imperial scum? That's a big book. Nods. Oh, whoa. That's like faster than sprinting. Oh my gosh, I'm like a fucking super speeder. Oh. Okay, I didn't want to attack that guy. Okay, so now speak with them in the tangle. I'm only a little bit bitter that I'll probably never get that Palico pet. Only a little bitter. I feel like in MMOs, having limited time events where you get limited stuff is fine, but it shouldn't be like a one-time ever thing, in my opinion. I can? It's not event locked. The best day of my life. Best day of my life. I have awaited your return most anxiously, my friend. You have done us a great service indeed. Thanks to your aid, our comrade Resh is safe, and we suffered no further casualties. Words cannot express my gratitude. All that is left to report the mission success to Le Vele. I shall go ahead to the Rising Stones. Okay, bye. I gotta go to the stones. Galvanize. What does that do? Magic barrier nullifying damage? I don't even know what class you are. Is that Scholar? I don't even know if I know what Scholar is. Healer job. Oh, okay. I don't know why I didn't hear of it. I don't know why I didn't. Oh, there it is. There it is. How did I not? I didn't even know this existed. Like, I knew about the other ones. I don't know why I didn't. Huh. The more you know. Ah, it does me well to see you thus returned. Though I doubt not your prowess, entering an enemy stronghold is generally considered to be a risky venture, and I must confess of having to trifle anxious. But here you are, hale and whole, having succeeded in your mission as is your wont. Reading Rainbow. Lest you wonder, the woman you rescued is being cared for by the Domans. Thanks to their expert administrations, the danger is past. You have my gratitude. Allow me to thank you also, Scion. Resh owes you her life. We escaped with minimal casualties this time, but we can ill afford to be caught off guard again. The Empire is not an opponent to be trifled with. As you say, Commander, I will see to it that the men keep their wits about them. And it may yet take time, but I will not rest until we have identified and apprehended the Ivy. I have every confidence that you will succeed, Captain. As for you, I realize that you have scarce caught your breath, but I'm afraid there's no rest for the weary. I say that a lot. I require you to accompany me to Coerthas. I have been granted an audience with an Ishgardian dignitary, you see, and the man expressly requested your presence. Do not look so surprised. You should be familiar with the trappings of fame by now. We shall depart as soon as you are ready. Okay. So, we hang out, chat for a minute. It is nearing Freddy's feeding time, so I probably will have to get going soon to do that. I'm also getting pretty hungry. I know this is like a shorter stream today, but I just have been a bit busy lately, and then, yeah. So, but, you know, yeah. But I am enjoying this story more and more as time goes on. I'm very thankful for more voice acting because it makes my life just a million times easier on stream, not having to read everything out loud. And it's just nice for the personality's sake, you know, like, yeah. Sounds good. It was nice chilling. Well, thank you for chilling. It was nice seeing you. I hope to see you again. I appreciate everyone that was here and watched and hung out and chilled and vibed and stuff. As I mentioned, I will be streaming the Summer Genshin event pretty soon. I don't know when I'm going to be doing that, but obviously before it goes away. I will probably be streaming on Tuesday. I don't think I'll stream tomorrow because I got to cook dinner and stuff, but like Tuesday should be a pretty good day for a stream. I get my desk next week as well as my comfy chair, and then my room will be pretty much complete as far as the stream room stuff goes. And yeah, I mean, that's pretty much it. Pretty much it, guys. I appreciate all of you. Freddie, you are just you were just acting like the world is ending. He's literally he never begs this much. Like, he begs when he gets hungry, but he's been begging for like 3 hours. Catch you there. Thanks for the stream. You're welcome. And I hope that everyone else has a great rest of your day. Until then, or until next time, stay healthy, stay hydrated. Peace out.